Hello and welcome to Plans to Prosper. I hope you're all doing well. As I mentioned in my last video, I was going to wait a couple weeks and harvest the sweet potato, starting with the leaves, because the leaves are edible. And I'll be honest, I'm going to go in with low expectations. Because of lots of factors I learned along the way about how they grow versus potatoes. Apparently sweet potatoes grow down and potatoes grow more out. And so the pots I used were very small. So I don't know if they had enough room to grow anything. But the leaves sure look good, and now at least I can eat those. And in case you missed it, at the end of my last video, I showed you my brand new gardening Crocs. Most people probably wouldn't use them for gardening, but I am. And here they are. Aren't they gorgeous? I'll put the link in the description below. So if you're interested, you can direct message Sheila, who custom made those for me. I love them so much. All right, well, we're gonna get started, okay? Here we go. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start harvesting these leaves. Some of the things I had been hearing about when to know when to harvest is the leaves start to turn yellow, and I'll show you. As you can see, some of the leaves are in fact starting to yellow. The other reason I'm harvesting now is because of the curing time it takes for the potatoes. The curing time is important because it hardens the outer skin of the potato, and it increases the sweetness during that time. And there's two steps to it. The first step is to have it sitting out in the air for, I think it's 10 days. And then for several weeks after that, it's in a cooler, darker climate. Probably I'll bring them in to my home somewhere. I haven't figured quite that out, but it also will depend on how many I end up getting. So that's what we're gonna do. Based on the curing times that I have seen, theoretically, these will be ready just before Christmas, like a week before Christmas, in terms of the full curing time. However, if I have anything in here, I may just use some of them for making sweet potato pies for Thanksgiving. So that's the plan. So here we go. We're just gonna get to cutting some leaves here. I'm gonna get the ones that look the healthiest, don't have any bug bites and then when I feel like I have enough for a meal or two, maybe just a meal, you know, it's probably gonna be like spinach, right? The moment it hits the hot pan, it'll just shrivel up to nothing. So, and that's okay. So we'll see what it can do. I'll bring you back when I start pulling the potatoes, okay? This is boring. Okay, so this is from the first plant, the harvest of the leaves so far. It's a big bowl, so I got to be picky though. You know, I've got 2 more plants to go through, and I picked the best leaves, and as I wash them, I will go through them. Now the reason that I am wearing gloves is I was told, and I think I can show you without dropping. Wait, let me do this a little bit better. Some of the leaves, I don't know, I hope you can see that, have a little bit of white. Oh gosh, I hope you can see that. Have a little bit of white stuff that's coming out. I was told that can irritate your skin, so that's why I'm wearing gloves. But I'm not gonna worry too much about it once I wash them and everything. So, all right, it's time. Let me see what we can do here. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited. I am so excited. Okay, here we go. Oops, this is the pot that broke on me. As you can see, just touching it, it broke again just now. But here we go. Oh, gee whiz, I don't know if I can get a handle literally on the pot. As it continues to just fall apart on me. Now, as you remember, I put some rocks at the bottom for the purpose of drainage. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I'm just excited about the root growth. What I'm learning already is this pot was in fact too shallow, because you see how the roots are winding around and around. And here are the sweet potatoes. And as you can see, they're very, very, very tiny. I don't even know that I can necessarily use them. But let me break it up a little bit and see what happens. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be able to use these. These are too tiny, you know, and that's okay. Like I said, I didn't have any expectations of what could or could not happen here. It was my first time doing it. But these are definitely what resulted. So let me show you. If they had had more room, they would have had a better chance they're so tiny and they're just breaking so easily. But they would have had a better chance if they had more room, if it had been a bigger pot. Very tiny. But they still could be a little yummy nibble for breakfast one day. And then here is the original potato. It's still somewhat intact after giving itself up to generate more. Here's the original potato. It's pretty much all hollowed out now. It still has some firmness here actually, which is interesting. But yeah, so far, not a good harvest, but we're gonna keep it going because at least I can get more leaves. Okay, here we go. Pot number 2 of 3. I'm expecting the same results. But whatever comes, I'll be grateful for. Okay. Needless to say, I'm going to be retiring these pots. Although this one doesn't have any chips on it, so maybe I will keep you. Yep, same thing. Lots of root. There just wasn't enough room for the roots to grow, and subsequently the sweet potatoes are very, very small here at the bottom. But boy, oh boy, this one would have produced quite a lot of them if there had been room. Wow. So at this point, what my plan is I'm going to proceed with treating them as though they were full grown, and curing them, because I got to practice that. So I plan on doing that. I love the fun shapes. But I also acknowledge that next year, or if I do the sweet potatoes again, I will put them directly in the soil. But as you know, my challenge with soil is I have very limited space, And while they worked well, if the container had been big enough, I wonder if they would have just been fine. I don't know. I'll have to think. I'm just gonna have to think about it. Oh man, look at this. Look at this beauty. Oh, that would have been so awesome if it had gone full growth. This one too. You know what? I'm still pleased because there's so much to be learned. Like, there's so much to be learned here. I am not disappointed because of all of what I'm learning. This is, it's remarkable. It's just remarkable. If I have room in my compost bin, I haven't checked my compost bin in a while and it needs a good rolling around, like I showed you once before. But if I have room in my compost bin, the leaves that I didn't select to eat, the roots, and the old potato will go into the compost bin if I have room in there. If not, then I will just simply put it in my green waste bin for, oh my gosh, this potato is almost completely still intact. Do you see this? I am shocked. It's almost like this potato's acting almost like it was just in storage. Okay, I am tripping out. It's firm. I'm gonna have to research this. I think I'm gonna keep this one, see what happens. I wonder if it's still edible. If anyone knows if the starter potato is still intact and still in good condition, if it's edible, let me know in the comments below, but I'm gonna research that before I just toss it. So I'm just gonna, it's mostly roots, which is fine, but any dirt, I'm gonna try to eke out of it. And the rest is just gonna go in the compost pile. Whoop. All right, I'm gonna move on to bucket number 3. Okay, I just harvested the leaves off of pot number 3. This is another really brittle pot that definitely will likely not make it for another season of anything. So it is likely going to be retired. And yeah, same results, nothing special or same expectation. Well, now that I have an expectation. Just gonna take the ones that could be yummy little nibbles, keep them, and the rest will just become compost. So it's okay. I learned a lot. Man, did I learn a lot. And so because I learned so much, I don't feel like I lost anything. Besides, the only effort I put into this was putting it in the ground, watering it, and that's it. It's not a lot of effort, and I got some beautiful leaves that I'm going to saute up in the pan and season, and I am excited about that. So as far as I'm concerned, not a complete loss. Oh, that's a nice one. So, well, yeah, this potato did like the first one. Most of it is rotted away. It does have some hard parts, but I am going to dispose of all of it. Excuse me. All right. Well, that'll do it. Oh, I'm so grateful for all of you who watch and are along for the ride. Just thank you for being here. Again, if you are interested in the blinged out Crocs, I will post the link below. And until we meet again, may you be slathered in shalom. Goodbye.